So you're done with phase 1 of the 5x5. Now you're ready to solve the orange and green centers. You are ready for phase 2, the ghost in the basement. It was a gloomy night, but all was quiet. A girl was alone in her upstairs bedroom. Then she heard it, a sound. But what was it? She walked to the edge of her stairs and peered down. Carefully, she walked down the stairs to the first floor. It was clear that a sound was still coming from below. She laughed nervously. A ghost in the basement? But I don't even believe in ghosts. Then she unlocked the basement door and stepped through. Old, dark steps awaited her. But should she continue? The same spooky sound prompted her to move forward as she walked down the old basement stairs and arrived at the bottom. Suddenly, the basement door slammed and locked shut, followed by a piercing scream. Her own scream. Everything went dark for a moment. How much time had really passed? Then, she heard footsteps above going to her bedroom. Was it a ghost? She knew she had to leave that creepy basement. She couldn't explain it, but somehow she managed to unlock the door from the inside. Once free, she ran up the basement steps and was never seen again. No one really knows what happened that night. Some say the reason that she was able to unlock the door from the inside was that she was now a ghost herself. A ghost in the basement. People are constantly telling me to change the moves of the cube into a memorable story. So if you don't like it, you can blame them. But it really did help me remember these moves. Pause the video and memorize these parts of the story. After you have this story memorized, unpause the video. Believe it or not, these 8 parts of the story are all moves on the cube. Here's the upstairs bedroom. Here's the staircase. Here's the first floor. And down here under the cube, where we can't see, is the basement. So once again, this is the girl's room. This is the staircase. Any of these 2 right here on the bottom left of this box. Then we have the first floor here. And we also have underneath the cube where we can't see it is the basement. I talked about the parts of the house, but also when we do the moves, the whole front of the cube, when we get to the locking part, becomes essentially a doorknob or a deadbolt or a lock. And when we take it right, that's like righty-tighty when you're doing a screwdriver. Right is locked. If I go left, that's like lefty-loosey. So if the top of this goes left, that's unlocked. So that's all it is, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. If this goes to the right, that's tight. This goes to the left, that's loose. So if I say she's locking the door, then it's turning to the right. If we're unlocking the door, then we're turning to the left. Let's talk about position. When you do the moves for phase 2, you're going to want to position the orange side up like this and the green side facing you. A good way to remember this is that the sun is in the sky and the grass is below it. So I've got 3 greens up top, and one of these we need to choose to be our girl in the story. To make it easier, I actually marked her so we can follow her on our journey. We could have actually picked any of these green, but for now, we're choosing her as the girl. So first thing, we take her to the stairs. Remember, the stairs are any of these 2 pieces right here. So let's spin the top. And now she's standing at that staircase. Now, before we proceed, we do need to make sure that there's an orange in the same exact spot. So, this is in the bottom left of this box. The bottom left of this box needs to have an orange. So, because really what we're doing is we're swapping these pieces. So let me just do that. So now we have an orange right here, and we have a green right here. So now these are ready to swap. Okay, so back to the story. She's standing at the staircase. She goes down the stairs. Now she's on the first floor, and she needs to unlock the basement door. Remember, this whole thing is our doorknob or our deadbolt, so we need to turn it left to unlock. Now watch as I do that, she'll actually walk across to this side of the room where the actual stairs are for the basement. Okay, we've unlocked the door, and now she's ready to go down. Send her down there. And now we can't see her because she's in the basement. And what happens immediately when she gets in the basement? It locks on her by itself. So this whole doorknob turns right, righty-tighty. Now she's locked down there, and then suddenly she hears footsteps. So this is footsteps going up the stairs. So now she feels that there's a ghost in her bedroom. She's trapped in the basement, and she needs to change the situation. So she somehow is able to unlock the door. So this doorknob goes to the left. She unlocks the door, and then now that it's unlocked, she can freely come out. Remember, she went down this way, so let's take her back up. And there she is. So now we only have 2 greens left on the top, but we just did one of these corners, and we got 1 corner left, but when you do the middles, it's a little different. So let me show you this real quick. So I've chosen her to be the girl in the story, this piece right here. Let's take her to the staircase. She's in the staircase. In fact, both of those are. And since we're doing this one right here, make sure there's no orange in that spot, which there's not. So let's move this. So now we have an orange here and a green here, and these are going to swap. So she's in position, she's at the staircase, she needs to come down. And what does she do next? She unlocks the door. So we're gonna go left. And now notice, for her to go down in the basement, we would not be moving this right side. For her to go in the basement, we'd be moving this middle column. So let me move that down. Just remember we're moving the middle, and that's where she is. And now as soon as she's down there, what happens? This door locks. And now that the door is locked, she hears footsteps going up the stairs, which is right here, back where she came from. And so she feels there's a ghost up here in her room, and that she's trapped in the basement. So she feels she really needs to get out of there. So what does she do? Somehow she unlocks the door. We're going to unlock this whole door and then come back out of the basement. But remember, this time she went down in the center. So we're going to bring the center back up. And now we only have 1 green left. If you want to see a couple of full examples, then stick around. I'll go through that. But if you think you have this figured out, and you can go from a scrambled cube to solving this in under 7 minutes, then go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and then go to the description and click on Phase 3. Real quick, before we do the moves, we can do a quick color swap. So this is orange up top, we have a green facing us, and we know that this big cluster of orange could go up here, and we know that these greens should be orange. So just a real quick, what I would do is take the biggest cluster of orange you can find and move it over to the left side of the cube, like this. Biggest cluster of orange, and take the biggest cluster of orange up here and move it to the left side, which in this case, this is the biggest cluster, really only just one that we can move over there. Because we just did that, it'd still be the same thing, 1 orange. So put the biggest cluster of orange on the left side, here and here. Now that we do that, we're going to move this left side forward. Now we're going to turn this to the biggest cluster of green that we see and put that on the left side. And then we're going to send that one back down because we want the green down here. So let's do that. So now we only have 3 green pieces on the top to deal with, and we haven't even done our main moves yet. So this is pretty good. So I want to show a quick example of solving the orange and green sides. Notice that the orange is on top, the green is facing us. So I like to find the biggest cluster of orange here on the bottom and move it to the left. So I'm going to just take this cluster of orange and put it on my left side. And I'm going to take the largest cluster of orange up here and also move it to the left side. So these are our big clusters of orange, both on the left side. Now we can just move that forward and then move this out of the way. And I like to move it to the biggest cluster of green, like this one, move it to the left, and then bring it back, put everything back where we found it. So now the green one ends up down here, and that big cluster of orange ends up at the top. And so it's a little hit or miss of how much you're going to end up with. This one actually turned out pretty good. I only have 2 greens at the top to deal with. So let's do those. This corner one, we're going to say that's our girl. She's standing on the staircase. This is the one we've chosen, And we need to make sure there's an orange right here to match up with that. So this green is in the same spot as this orange, and now we're ready to do those moves. So this is our girl. She's going to go down the stairs. She's going to unlock the door. So this whole thing's our doorknob. We're going to go left for unlocking. Now she's here. She's going to go down in the basement. The door locks behind her. So this whole thing is a doorknob, and it's going to lock. And then she's stuck down there, and she hears footsteps going up the stairs. So this is the footsteps going up. And now somehow, because she knows there's a ghost in her room and she's trapped, she has to get out somehow. So we don't know how, but somehow she's able to unlock the door and then get out of the basement. So she's going to come back out. And now we have just one girl left. Let's do that. So she's right there in the stairway. Let's move this orange to match. So we've got this orange swapping with this green. So what does she do? She comes down the stairs. She then unlocks the basement door. She's right here. She's going to go down in the basement, and immediately the door locks. Then she hears footsteps going up the stairs. And then what does she do? She unlocks it somehow by herself. And then she goes up and out of that basement. So I want to do a full example of how to solve the orange and green sides. Notice the orange side is facing up, the green side is facing toward us. And before we do any moves, let's do just a quick color swap, because we know that this long piece of orange should actually be green. We know that this green should be orange. So what I like to do is find the largest cluster of orange and move it over to the left side right here. And then I find the largest cluster of orange and move it to this side. Let's see, this is probably big enough. So just that group and then this group. Then what happens if you move this forward and then spin it to the largest cluster of green, like so, then we can send that cluster down and then keep most of the orange. So now this is actually pretty good because we only have 2 left now. And if you end up with more, it's not a big deal. But in this case, I only have 2 left, and that's the only ones I'll have to deal with. So we want to choose this as our girl, and she's already in the stairs. That's great. But she needs to swap with somebody. So let's swap with this one. So this orange is in the same spot as this green. These two are going to swap. So first thing in our story is she goes down the stairs. She unlocks the basement door. So this whole thing is a doorknob. We're going to turn it left to unlock it. Now, so she's here. She's going to go down in the basement. What happens when she's down there? Immediately the doorknob locks. We're going to turn it right to lock it. And then while she's trapped down there, she hears footsteps going up the stairs. So she thinks there's a ghost up here, and she's trapped down here. She knows she's got to get out somehow. So somehow she's able to unlock the door from the inside. So we're going to unlock this door. And now she's free. She can come out of the basement. Okay, so now we're left with one girl. Where is she going to go? Somewhere in the stairs over here. Because the stairs is this spot or this spot, doesn't matter. But we do need a piece lined up. So this orange needs to be in the same spot at the bottom of these stairs. So here we go. We've got both pieces in the same location. Let's do the story. The girl comes down. She unlocks the basement door. And remember, now she's in the center here. So when she goes down in the basement, we're moving the center piece. Immediately the door locks behind her. And then she hears footsteps going up the stairs. And then she has to get out of there, so she somehow unlocks the basement door and then comes out. Remember, she was in the center here. And then we solve the orange and green sides. If you can go from a scrambled cube and finish all these centers in under 7 minutes, then like the video, subscribe to the channel, and go to the description and click on Phase 3. Quick story, once they put the 3 smartest people in the world together in a room to figure out how to solve the 5x5. And these people were smooth. so smooth they could whip off their glasses like this. But they couldn't figure out the 5x5. Then they got the easiest solve cheat sheet. It's packed full of diagrams, tips, and step-by-step help for the 5x5. There's even a wallet size. The link is in the description. Get yours now. Thanks to all my patrons. And thanks to those on the awesome person level. Special thanks to those on the premium person level: Daniel Robbins, Ellen Reggiano, the O'Hearn family, Anna Bankrier, Marquise Thompson, Gregory Chandler.